Hi you guys, welcome to another episode of The Tea with Coach T, where I give you all the tea on all things mindfulness, intuition, and self-love. One of my favorite topics is meditation. One of my favorite things to do is meditation. One of my favorite things to teach. One of my favorite things to put out content-wise is meditations. One of my very first business ventures was a meditation journal, and it was so incredible. I was in the bathtub, and I had been going through a really rough time. I was living with my parents and my son, and I didn't know how I was gonna buy him Christmas gifts. And it was really hard, and a really close person to me in my life told me to go meditate. So I drew myself a bath, I got in the bathtub, and I meditated. And during that meditation, I got the idea for the meditation journal. And within like 2 weeks, we had printed, shipped, and completely sold out of the journal. It was crazy. And it was all because of a meditation. Like, I got clear through the meditation. Anyway, just a short story about how meditation can truly impact your life. So today I have my Strong Vibes Calm Mind mug. This is from Target. I actually got it for Christmas this past year. I got some peppermint tea with a little bit of honey and almond milk. So good. So let me know what you're sipping on in the comments. But yeah, so today we're talking about meditation. What is it and how do you do it? There's a huge misconception, in my opinion, based on the people that I talk to about meditation, that meditation means that you have no thoughts. And meditation means that you just sit in silence and have no thoughts. Like, no thoughts. Did you know that we have over 6,200 thoughts a day? So when you're walking around and you're talking about, oh my God, I have 1,000 things going through my head. No, babe, try 6,000 things. You have 6,000 things going through your head, because here's the thing. There's so many things that we think about on a daily basis, but they're never complete thoughts. We have like half of a thought or a quarter of a thought, or hey, I need to think about that later. But we never actually complete our thoughts. And you know, when we say things like, oh, I need to think about that later, I need to remember to like do that later, that is a perfect opportunity for you to say, you know what? I have got a lot on my mind. I'm gonna go meditate later. Blech. I'm gonna go meditate later so that I can process all of these thoughts that I've had come up today. And so if you think of meditation as like a filing cabinet for your thoughts, a filing system, and actually the same person who told me to do this meditation that I was talking about earlier in the story kind of gave me this analogy too. Anyway, if you think of meditation like a filing cabinet where you have all of these thoughts that are just laying out on your desk or laying out on the table, the kitchen table, or on the counter or whatever, and you really need to file them away because they're just taking up space and it makes everything look a mess, and you really just want to like get them off of the counter, off of your desk, but you know it's all important because that's why you haven't put it away yet. You know it's important, but you have to sit down and look at it. You have to take time to go through all of the documents that need to be filed away. It's the same thing with our thoughts. Crazy, right? So basically, if you think about meditation as sitting down and going through the files, it's sitting down, going through the thoughts. That's it. Allowing yourself to become aware of what's on your mind, thinking the full thought, allowing it to pass. The other part of meditation is focus. And the ultimate goal, of course, is to become more calm, less stressed, more relaxed. But for people who are starting out and who are really intimidated by meditation, using that analogy and thinking of meditation that way seems to be a lot less intimidating than just saying, oh, focus on your breath and go sit down and meditate. A lot of people tell me that they don't feel like they can meditate, they don't want to meditate, it's stressful to meditate because they get overwhelmed by the process, by thinking that they just have to be completely blank in the mind, and that's really not what it is. So yeah, hopefully that's helpful. You know, meditation, just to sum it up, is really a practice of drawing your attention to one thing, allowing yourself to process that, become aware of your thoughts, allow those thoughts to pass, to ultimately become calmer, less stressed, and more relaxed. So there are a lot of different ways to meditate, and there are a lot of different types of meditation. If you're watching this video, I assume that you're new to meditating. So to keep it as basic as possible, I'm going to stick to 3 different methods of meditation. And these are really the 3 that I feel like are best to start out with, because they are the easiest and the least intensive, if you will. So the first one is guided. I typically tell people to start with a guided meditation, and I will actually link one above here, just because it can be really difficult to know, even though I've already prefaced, like, you can still have thoughts and it's okay to have thoughts when you meditate. It's actually good to have thoughts and allow yourself to process them. It can still be a little bit overwhelming for some people. And so for those who find that overwhelming, I recommend guided meditations, because all you have to do is listen and do what they're telling you to do. And it's very, very easy. And you can start with 5 minutes. 5 minutes is all it takes. You could literally start with 1 minute if you wanted to. It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be intense. But the guided meditations are really nice, because if you don't know how to meditate, they will teach you how, and then you can take what you like from the guided meditations, and then you can use those on your own later. So that's one way, guided meditations. And like I said, I will link one above. So the second one is a breathing meditation. Now, this is different than a typical meditation because you are literally focusing on the breath the entire time. Most meditations as you will come to find, they normally start with some breathing. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, yada, yada, yada. Which is great, but that is not a breathing meditation. It has breathing incorporated into it, and a lot of times breathing is what gets you to a more relaxed state. But a breathing meditation is specifically just a type of breath for the duration of the meditation. So it could be, for example, a 5-5-7 breath where you inhale for 5 seconds, you hold that breath for 5 seconds, and then you exhale for 7 seconds. That would be an example of a breathing meditation where you do that breath for the duration of the entire meditation. That is the meditation. So instead of focusing on the person guiding you or focusing on the sounds that you're hearing, you're focusing on breathing in a specific way. So that's another type. And then the last type that I wanted to talk about was just a simple sound meditation or sitting in silence. So if you're not intimidated by silence, that is, wonderful to sit in silence and just allow yourself to process your thoughts. Watch your thoughts in your mind's eye. But the other option, if silence is a little overwhelming for you, then sound meditations. This could be like lo-fi beats. This could be just basic like jazz instrumentals or any kind of instrumental really. Or my favorite is sound bowls. So singing sound bowls, I think is what they're actually called. But singing sound bowls are like these really beautiful, actually I have one behind me. I use it for my sage and Palo Santo and stuff. But basically and some of them are like crystal sound bowls. Some of them are like this, where this is just like a metal. But essentially you have like this like wand where you ding it and then you kind of like use the wand to go around the bowl, and it creates this really amazing vibrational sound. So if you can find a sound meditation, it can be really incredible for the nervous system. The sound just really kind of takes you to another place energetically and mentally. So those can be really good as well, if you're okay without being guided. And there are some guided meditations that incorporate all of these things. So that's why I kind of say to start with the guided, just so that you get an idea of what to do if you're doing it on your own. But yeah, those are my 3 types of meditations that I think are really, really good to start with and always good as a foundation for getting started in meditation. So yeah, if you have any questions, please let me know. I would absolutely love to hear from you. Any questions you have regarding meditation, mindfulness, types of meditation, how to do it, if you're doing it wrong. By the way, there is no wrong way. So hate to burst your bubble, bust your bubble. Burst your bubble? Whatever. I also have a few more meditation videos on my YouTube channel. They're also on my website, which is linked down below in the description. But yeah, please let me know what your takeaways were from this video, what meditation type sounds the best for you as a new meditator. I would love to hear from you. Yeah, so thanks for watching The Tea with Coach T, and I will see you next week.